Welcome back to the coin world. Old coin review and value, the ultimate destination for rare coin discoveries, numismatic treasures, and the hidden value in your pocket change. Lincoln Wheat Penny, a simple copper cent to many, but to coin collectors, it's a snapshot of American resilience and recovery. The 1947 Lincoln Wheat Penny is part of a beloved coin series that began in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the first time a U.S. president was featured on a circulating American coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln Wheat Cent's obverse showcases a dignified side profile of Lincoln, while the reverse is adorned with two stylized wheat stalks, symbolizing prosperity and unity. The years following World War II were filled with both economic optimism and infrastructural recovery. The 1947 penny emerged during this hopeful period, reflecting a nation rebuilding itself. Minted just 2 years after the end of the war, the 1947 penny represents the return to civilian production. By this time, steel cents were long gone, having only appeared in 1943 due to wartime copper shortages. The 1947 cent was struck using the traditional bronze, alloyed to 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. 3 U.S. mint facilities struck the 1947 Lincoln Wheat Penny: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Each has its own mintage numbers and collector appeal. The Philadelphia Mint produced the highest volume, with over 190 million coins. These coins carry no mint mark and are the most commonly found of the three. The Denver Mint struck around 194 million 1947 pennies, making it slightly more abundant than the Philadelphia issue. However, due to circulation patterns, higher-grade examples can be harder to locate. The coin's composition makes it susceptible to oxidation over time, leading to beautiful shades of red, brown, and sometimes even hints of purple or blue in uncirculated coins. The color grading system for Lincoln cents, red RD red-brown band brown BN, plays a huge role in determining collector value, especially for this era. While 1947 pennies are common in circulated condition, mint state examples, especially graded MS66 and above, are much harder to find and command a premium. Collectors often seek out rare coins, and the 1947 Lincoln penny has several fascinating varieties: doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped plankets, and die cracks. A known error is the 1947D repunch mint mark, where the D was struck more than once, slightly misaligned. These are prized by variety hunters. Die deterioration, especially on high mintage years like 1947, can result in coins with mushy details or ghost-like doubling, often confused with true doubled dies. Professional grading and authentication services like PCGS and NGC are essential for identifying true errors and mint state specimens worth serious money. Most 1947 pennies, in circulated condition, are worth around 3 to 10 cents. However, their true potential shines in uncirculated condition, or with certified errors. 1947S penny in MS67 road, for example, can fetch over $1,500 at auction, primarily due to its exceptional preservation and luster. Similarly, 1947D pennies with high grades and full red color are known to sell for $300 $1,000, depending on the auction and bearer interest. The market for Lincoln Wheat pennies remains strong due to their historic value and sentimental connection with American culture. Collectors are encouraged to complete date and mint mark sets from 1909 to 1958, the entire wheat cent era. The 1947 issues are essential puzzle pieces. If you're coin roll hunting, keep an eye out for 1947D and 1947S in high condition. You might just find a hidden treasure in your change jar. Storage is crucial. Lincoln cents, particularly those with high copper content, are prone to toning and corrosion. Always use archival quality holders or flips. Investors looking to enter the coin market often start with affordable coins like the 1947 penny to learn grading systems and market trends. If you find a 1947 penny in beautiful condition, especially with vibrant red luster, consider sending it for grading. It might be worth much more than face value. The 1947 Lincoln Wheat Penny isn't just another copper coin, it's a reflection of a post-war nation filled with hope and rebuilding. Whether you're a new collector or seasoned numismatist, this coin has its place in every collection. Thanks for joining. Wheat Penny features the familiar profile of President Lincoln. Between them are the inscriptions 1 cent, United States of America, and the Latin motto, Pluribus unum. There were two major types of 1957 Lincoln Wheat Pennies, one minted in Philadelphia with no mint mark, and another from Denver bearing the D mint mark. Together, they totaled nearly 1.3 billion coins in circulation. The Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 282 million coins, while the Denver Mint struck over 1 billion. This makes the 1957D more common, but key varieties still make this year fascinating to collectors. 1957 was one of the last years the U.S. Mint produced the wheat design. By 1959, the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial, marking the end of an era, so the 1957 penny is among the final chapters of a beloved 50-year legacy. Many collectors prize 1957 wheat pennies for their historical context. This was post-World War II America, during a time of optimism, industrial growth, and Cold War tensions. The penny circulated in an America building highways, suburbs, and rocket ships. As for metal composition, the 1957 wheat penny was struck in 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, a formula consistent with most wheat pennies before the 1982 copper-to-zinc transition. Now let's talk about minting errors, one of the most exciting aspects of the 1957 wheat penny. Some rare examples feature double die verses, where lettering like "In God We Trust" appears slightly doubled under magnification. Another valuable error is the repunched mint mark or PM on Denver minted coins. These occur when the D was manually punched more than once into the die, creating a visible doubling of the mint mark. High grade examples of the 1957 wheat penny: those that never entered circulation can fetch significant prices. A 1957D penny graded MS67 plus, read by PCGS, has sold for over $2,000 at auction, while most circulated 1957 pennies are only worth 2 to 10 cents. Those in pristine condition, particularly uncirculated red specimens, are where the true value lies. Red refers to the bright original copper color that hasn't oxidized over time. Coins are graded on a scale from per P1 to mint state MS70. For the 1957 Lincoln cent, collectors look for examples graded MS65 and above, especially with clean surfaces and sharp strikes. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, including the 1957 issue, was a staple of childhood coin collections for generations. Many baby boomers recall saving these pennies in blue Whitman folders, forming the backbone of a lifelong collecting passion. Victor D. Brenner, the designer of this coin, initially had his initials VDB prominently displayed on the reverse of the 1909 issue. To fully appreciate the 1957 Liberty Wheat Penny, we need to place it in the broader landscape of American history. In 1957, Dwight D. Eisenhower was president, leading the United States during a post-war economic boom and early stages of the Cold War. That same year, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik I, igniting the space race. While America was stunned by this development, pennies like the 1957 Lincoln cent quietly circulated in pockets and cash registers across the country. Part of daily life in an era of great technological awakening, television was becoming the dominant medium in American households. Elvis Presley was at the top of the charts, and Dr. Seuss published The Cat in the Hat. Amid all this cultural change, the humble wheat penny remained a constant. In economic terms, the 1950s marked the rise of the American middle class. Suburban growth surged thanks to the G. Bill and the expansion of the interstate highway system, funded in part through taxes, including those collected via coin circulation. Like the 1957 penny, the U.S. Mint was a key player in supporting a growing consumer economy. In 1957 alone, billions of coins were struck to meet the needs of a booming population. The penny, despite its low denomination, was crucial for pricing and change-making in an era of low prices. The decision to keep the wheat reverse design for nearly 50 years reflected its popularity and symbolic power. The wheat stalks stood for prosperity, agriculture, and America's rural backbone, ideals that still resonated in the post-war years. Lincoln's face on the obverse wasn't just decorative, it represented unity. His legacy during the Civil War and his role in ending slavery held special relevance in the 1950s, a time when America was grappling with civil rights issues once again. In fact, 1957 saw a watershed moment in the civil rights movement. That year, 9 black students known as the Little Rock 9 integrated a high school in Arkansas under federal protection. Coins from 1957 were in circulation. As history unfolded at the U.S. Mint, coin production in the 1950s was still done with a mix of traditional craftsmanship and industrial-scale machinery. Each die was created by hand and often repunched, which explains the repunch mint. Mark varieties found on 1957D. Pennies. There was no official proof set for pennies in 1957, like we have today, but special strike and specimen quality coins occasionally surfaced, sometimes intended for collectors, diplomats, or internal mint evaluation. The 1957 wheat penny also represents the tail end of the pre-memorial era.